back in the 1800s,
Okay.
there is a thing that they used to do that I would like to call the handkerchief theory.
Okay.
So a woman, let's say I, for example, I would see Brother John,
Okay.
and I say, Brother John is fine. I want to get married to Brother John. But because of society, I cannot directly approach Brother John. So what I would do, I would study Brother John, see how Brother John moves. And when I now know how Brother John moves, Sunday after church, I will go with my little handkerchief.
Hello, family, and welcome to Talking Relationships / Marriages with Prophetess B. And right here on the show, we talk about anything that has to do with relationships or marriages. So if you ever have any questions concerning love, this is a place where you rather be. And I tell you what, I am really excited today because this is our very first episode of the show, and I cannot wait to see how it's gonna go down. But I know that it's gonna be so good for sure. And without wasting your time, as you can see, I am not alone here in the studio. I am joined by this beautiful, gorgeous woman sitting right next to me. It looks like we have an angelic visitation today. So, woman of God, you look so amazing today, and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Prophetess.
I really love the way you're dressing today. I don't know, like it's like you're going somewhere that is not even here. Anyway, without wasting time, we are talking about, can a girl propose a guy first? So my first question to you is, have you ever approached a guy first? Just be honest. Just
I tried.
Okay.
I tried.
And then,
Something in my mind kept telling me that, Waka, you are loved at home. You are loved at home. You are loved at home. You can't be doing this to yourself.
so it just ended like that.
I thought the guy would see where I'm trying, and then he would also pick it up from there, to approach. No.
So what's your take in general? Like, would you advise like someone to approach a guy, or what's your take?
My take when I was doing that, it
Ah.
was Kudara before I was still a bit immature because I would always go on his Instagram. I would like all of his posts. I would always comment. I would story wherever I was there. But then as I got older, as I matured, I learned something very key from the book of Ruth.
Okay.
And it actually makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's women who actually propose to men. Men don't propose.
Interesting. I love this one. Say it again. Repeat it. I want to hear it again.
It is women who propose to men. Men have never proposed to a woman.
Interesting. Like, I go deeper with that one. I want to understand it more.
So you see, you know the thing, women are the fairer gender.
Okay.
It's a woman who said that to distract the men so that men will not interfere with the woman's plans.
Okay.
But women are the ones who are behind everything.
Okay.
So back in the 1800s,
Okay.
there is a thing that they used to do that I would like to call the handkerchief theory.
Okay.
So a woman, let's say I, for example, I would see Brother John.
Okay.
And I say, Brother John is fine. I want to get married to Brother John. But because of society, I cannot directly approach Brother John. So what I would do, I would study Brother John, see how Brother John moves. And when I now know how Brother John moves, Sunday after church, I will go with my little handkerchief, walking innocently like a little lady.
Okay.
I will pass Brother John. My handkerchief will drop.
Okay.
And I will not see it.
Okay.
I will keep going. Because Brother John is a gentleman. He'll come running. Sister, you left your handkerchief. And to him, it's also an opportunity because he will be asking himself, how do I approach this girl?
Okay.
How do I go and talk to this girl? But now he's saying, she dropped the handkerchief.
That's
Let
a
me pick
starting
it.
point.
This is somewhere to start. I will go. And when Brother John now comes with the handkerchief to me, I will not start harassing Brother John.
Okay.
Also saying, oh, Brother John, you're so kind, you're so manly, you're such a good person. Any woman would be lucky to have you. Your girlfriend is so lucky. And
Oh my
Brother John will say,
God. Now you're trying to check in Brother John is single.
exactly. This is how it was done.
Okay. Now I have people saying that it is uncultural that a girl can approach a guy first. Why? Because at the end of the day, mukomana has okupi that respect kana ukamtanga uri iwe.
Kana membwe ikaenda pamberi peshumba ikati shumba ndidye, shumba imbodye inotiza.
I need to go and like see that myself.
No. Kana membe yafunga kudaita suicide yakuda kudyiwa neshumba, haibva yangozvipotsera pamberi peshumba ka. Inoitawo kungeri pane dzimwe mhembwe itange yakwara, shumba kana yakuda kuvhima inongosarirawo kumashure.
So you're saying the idea is that you just like show yourself like your position, then you let the guy do the rest, but you're the one who is going to initiate it.
Exactly. But the thing with problem now yavepo is kuti vasikana vemazuva hatidi kudzidza.
All right.
Ana mbuya vedu, ana tete, ana mama, hatidi kudzidza. Tinoti we are in, I know it's old generation.
Okay.
Hatidi kudzidza. So pakunzi approach a guy, musikana zvari kutiona ndezvekuti akaona kuti boyfriend kutora time. Rega ndichotenga ring inini.
Oh my God.
Ndatenga ring, ndindoenda tonogara muchikenini.
Right.
Tagara muchikenini ndochivhura ring. Will you marry me?
Oh God.
That's so disgraceful. Zvinonyadzisa. And Joshua mukomana hapana panombokupa respect like that. But ukangobatikiro kunhu kune basa ukaziva all right. He likes playing soccer. Endawo kumasoccer match. Unyangosingasombonzwisisi chingoenda ikoko angokuona uriko. Kana uri kuchurch, onekerawo kuchurch. Sevawo muchurch, do something. Strategically position yourself kuti unoonekwa nabrother. Kwete kuti chibva watoendera brother utoti brother ndatouya.
There was someone who say that girls actually should not have crush at all. Seriously, should not have crush. Otherwise, men will take advantage of you. So I don't know how possible is this. I don't even know how it works. At the end of the day, we are all human beings. We have feelings. You understand? So how does it work that I'm not supposed to have crush for somebody? Have you ever had crush on somebody before?
I have a crush.
Really? I love that. So what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? So does the crush know that someone is crushing on them? Or they don't know yet? Or you're still figuring your moves, like, what am I going to do now?
Prophetess B. I'm studying the guy.
Okay, you're still studying the guy.
Yeah, I'm still studying the guy.
Okay.
But kuti munhu akugonaita crush. That's a lie.
That is not even possible. I can testify that as a woman, because it's a man who said that. It's a man who said that like women should not at all have crush. And I'm telling this man that it's not even possible at all. It's not even possible. You can actually have crush, but maybe you cannot make the move or whatsoever, because it's not for everybody who can actually do that. You know, I don't get a crush because because you can't do anything, you can't make a move, you can't act, you can't do nothing. I feel like it's somewhat like disadvantage to us women. I think like maybe it should be just normal that anyone can approach anyone at any time.
But how do you approach?
Yeah, I think the question is about how you are going to approach the person.
Exactly.
Because there is one guy who actually said, to me, I don't mind, because sometimes you know, some guys are really shy, and people that think like guys are so confident and all that. But trust me, when it comes to dating, there are some guys who are really shy. And he was saying, consider in a story advantage, because in him scanning but then they still shy. I could say, so at least I can wear like, you know. confidence maybe to go after the person. What do you say about
Inini,
that?
I then have a question. Kune such guys, kuti, if it's the girl I know we are first kwauri, will you then be able to now take the initiative to lead in the relationship?
Yeah,
Because
that's
men are
tricky.
supposed to be leaders.
I like
Saka,
that.
you know, if you're very comfortable and you're reluctant in allowing the woman to approach you first, from there already the woman has established the leadership role. Are you now able to take it up from there to lead in the relationship?
That's a very good point. But sometimes, if you look at it, even the guy, even when a guy approaches you first, women they're always like, like take over that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
We do, but
mhm.
semurume unofana kuzongojegera, unofana kuzongomake a plan. Because in as much as you are allowing her free will, unofana kumpo free will yekuti kuti tamba tamba chinembo muswe ndakabata. Kuti I do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, I'm the man. I'm the leader in this relationship. Saka, in as much as you are also in my relationship, it's not good you are my servant. We are partners in this. But in being partners, one has to lead. Because atingazoite tese
Of course,
ma-leaders.
of course. And that reminds me of something like when I was in the UK, I actually realized like it's almost the opposite. Like women are the one who was like really after men, like really after men. And I just found it like quite interesting because in the end, that's kind of it, like they were actually struggling to be in a relationship because vasikana vewaiti already anenge atouya akatotaurana nemunhu akatinzwisana nemunhu akatoita take over. So in such cases you find that kuti black people or like black women in actual fact they are now like in a position whereby it's either you need to go out there and hunt for men. That's what I'm gonna call it. Or you sit back and have nobody, something like that. What do you do in such circumstance?
Prophetess Belinda, what
Yes.
I'm about to say is very controversial.
Okay, I'm listening.
It is very, very controversial.
I'm ready for it.
Those men, vanoenderwa nevakadzi, they tend to be very weak men. And the more men are being approached by women, the more weaker and more feminine men are becoming.
All
Tiri
right.
kutokanganisa gender imbalance, gender balance
Okay.
in society.
Okay.
Men should be more masculine, women should be feminine. It's a masculine trait for hunting, to approach first, to lead. And as a man, ndosikati kuzona varume vanenge vangori, don't do that. Vanenge vachingoita vangori sadza varume vasina kunyatsoti gwindiriso because they are being spoiled. Men should be hunting, men should be tough, men should be providers. But how do you then provide kana zviri kuuya zvega?
I understand that that's actually a good point because actually there's someone who say that if we go back to the beginning when God created Eve, the Bible says Adam akaenda in his sleep, right? And God had to take the rib out and made a woman out of the rib. Saka, it's like rib ndo inotsvagwa, not kuti iwe rib wonotsvaga.
Exactly. Proverbs 18:22. He who fight he
relevant woman of God. He who
finds a wife. So it also means, Kuti, the problem why we now have some women approaching men is because it's women who are approaching. The men are looking for wives.
Okay.
But they are not finding wives. They are finding girls and women.
All right.
Overgrown babies. They are not finding wives. So because they are not finding wives, they have nowhere to search. They have no reason to be hunting. So now these women, because they are desperate for a marriage, they are desperate for a relationship. They will see, Kuti, plan day. Let me just approach the guy. But he who finds
exactly, because someone was actually saying this one was a guy. He was actually saying that it should never be a woman approaching a man first, because at the end of the day, a woman does not have the mind of marriage. It's only a man. So women should leave this business to men and men alone.
Ah, what do they mean the mind of marriage?
Like in terms like you are not the one who is sort of like be it like initiated first.
Okay.
You are not the one who go and propose. So that because you don't
Ah,
you are not in a position to do that, so you just need to chill from the
ah,
beginning. Yeah, you just need to
okay. Now
sit
it
down and
makes
chill.
sense. Now it makes
Uh-huh.
sense.
Because it's a man who will come and ask you for marriage, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, kana murume approach you, it means it's any mind your marriage. But then iyo uka approach murume, you know, it can be any kind of relationship because at the end of the day, you can't take it further.
Yeah,
So
true,
what happens
true.
or what they were saying is that you can go and approach a guy and trust me, they will not refuse you.
Ah, they
Even
will
if
not.
they don't want you, they know that
I
I
will
mean,
not
this
Mutswanda.
they will not
Me.
refuse you. Antona is an
Yeah,
opportunity for them, and
true.
they will take advantage of you. And at the end of the day, leave you heartbroken. But then
Ah,
if he approaches you first, aninge ane respect for you, one,
mhm.
and also aninge ajize agenda, ane real, like genuine agenda for you.
Yeah. This takes me back to the story of Ruth,
Uh-huh.
of how Ruth Akanzi and Naomi go and cover yourself with the blanket, fuka boas, just the feet, lie at the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Akanzi chingoenda kutsoka. Haana kuzonzi chienda unorara nabhoa. Akanzi enda kutsoka,
Uh-huh.
specifically kutsoka. And when I was studying that, because I needed to understand, what was so significant about just going to lie at the feet of Boaz without even doing anything?
Mm-hmm.
She could have gotten herself pregnant that day.
That's
It was
very
very
true.
possible.
Yeah, that actually reminds me, like there are actually girls when they just set up like a guy, it's like under moon, so that, and these are like
Ah,
literally extreme situations. Ukuthi amustombo date, amuspida say, wanguzatu urukuda munu chat, wangtomsetera, hey, can you come to my house? Blah blah
ah,
blah. Let's talk and all that. Then awuya abawakafeka kamini kagashia apa, and you are trying to seduce the guy and stuff like that. And there are some people like they ended up sleeping with the guy and got pregnant. You know, but you are the one who initiated
yeah.
it. There are people who actually take it to that extent.
It's very sad. And to whoever is watching, let me tell you this. You can never keep a man in marriage. You can never trap a man in marriage with sex or a baby.
Exactly.
You will never.
Exactly.
A man who does not want to be in a marriage with you will never be in a marriage with you. The most he'll do is he'll use you, have fun, go his way. Anosara ari palos ndiwe. The man will go on, his life will move on. Nothing will change.
Those are really powerful words. Trust me, I was actually saying, wow, now you're talking. Now you are talking. Definitely, it's something that I've actually realized that a lot of people, they think like, ndikatomitra, kind of ndikatongomba nyirapa mberi, atoli wangu and the likes. Yet, a relationship has to be established first before any other thing.
Exactly.
Otherwise, there is no proper foundation for
Sex
that.
after marriage is not a sin.
I love that.
It is not a sin.
I love that. So I just want to know what is your advice, it's especially to this generation. Like I'm at 2K, they are just different. They are just is something else. What advice? What message can you give to them?
Kuma 2K, I think it's best to a seminar where we properly sit down to discuss from the foundations. Because marriage, what they want, marriage, is just to have sex.
That's very true.
But come on, marriage, uchanotorana nemweya yekudzinza kwavo, mweya yekudzinza kwenyu. You're being part of a new family that has been there for ages you never know about.
Okay.
You are getting yourself into a whole lot of drama, a whole lot of
Exactly.
It's very unnecessary.
I agree with you.
It's very, very unnecessary. I really wish Kuti, if the girls can get to understand Kuti, in as much as we're talking about women empowerment
Okay.
and all of that, what does empowerment mean?
Mm-hmm.
Empowerment does not mean Kuti tisu takutonga, tisu tato the lead, tingati chiko, tisu tato detect the way that things are going.
Okay.
There is a natural way, a natural order that was set by God that we have to sit down and study. If we understand that, it will we won't have so many broken homes.
Exactly.
We won't have so many single moms, single dads.
Exactly.
Imagine all my life I've been keeping myself just to be.
Can you imagine?
I refuse.
There's this one guy who say that I think I don't have problem with that because at the end of the day the world is evolving, is changing. So yeah, you can expect some changes as well. So yeah, we can go with that.
But what is changing?
I don't know.
It's technology that's changing. It's technology that's changing. It shouldn't mean kuti our principles are not changing.
Oh yes.
We'll know very well gravity, the way it was in 1950, it's the same way that it's still the same way today.
Okay.
If I'm to take this bottle and I'm to drop it to the ground, it will fall. Woman of God, as mighty and powerful as you are, if you are to get on a high building and you are to jump down, you will fall.
Oh,
because gravity still works.
Exactly.
The marriage covenant it's still a covenant for it still works.
I love
principles are still in place. They are still set. They are not changing. It doesn't mean that because technology has evolved, now we have to change principles. Principles will never change. But a principle that you violate is going to violate you.
Oh, Paul.
And that is worse than having a demon coming.
Once you say that is done. Repeat it. A principle that you violate will
violate you.
Interesting.
Trust me.
We can't go anywhere after you have said that. That's it. You have said it. That was really powerful, talk, woman of God, and I really appreciate you. You said something very, very powerful and interesting that we really need to make sure that in whatever we do, it's always the principles first before anything, because the world can change, but principles remain the same. Because the Bible says, "He who finds," so it's always gonna be he first, right? Thank you so much. That was really powerful, and thank you so much for listening, for tuning in. Make sure that you tune in again next week, same time, same platform. We'll be back with another hot topic. So make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you share the broadcast. Thank you so much for listening. I am signing out. God bless you.
Au baby wangu yenenda kuda, neshese zwangu yenenda kuda, ne moyo wangu yenenda kuda, mumwe wangu yenenda kuda. Au baby wangu yenenda kuda, neshese zwangu yenenda kuda, ne moyo wangu yenenda kuda. Baby wangu yenendo kuda, let me